Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for coming in. I see all the yummy, I was going to say text comments coming in. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So excited, so happy to be here. Let me catch up with some of the comments. I've been reading them offline, but I just wanted to take a look. So if anybody hasn't seen, type that word yummy, capital Y. I don't know if it's cap specific, honestly, but just type yummy in there without the quotes, please, and you'll be entered. Hey, Tracy, welcome, welcome. Karen, welcome. Cameron, welcome. Hey, Jim, welcome aboard. Hey, Jim, welcome to the show. Hi, Allie. Oh, my light went out. It's an ominous sign. Sorry about that. Hey, gang. Thank you, Kim. Welcome aboard. Hey, Nick, how you doing? Yeah, absolutely. Ready to roll. We have a very cool giveaway. I guarantee you it's unique, one of a kind. Homemade. Thank you very much. Pied Piper Postcards Plus. I appreciate it. Thank you. Vintage postcards for you. Welcome. Hey, Steven. Welcome as always. Joe, or it's always 3 hours behind. How you doing? Yummy sounds weird. Hey, if you want it, you got to be in it to win it, Kelly. Welcome aboard. Hey, Jeff. Hey, Dawn is here. All is well. Hello, my beloved. She's a big part of tonight's festivities. Okay. Hey, CJ. Welcome. All right. Am I almost caught up? I was kind of saying hi to each other, it looks like. Eddie, how you doing? Thank you very much. Captain Eddie's Treasures. If you need records, go check out Eddie. Good to have you, man. Welcome. Hey, Ralph. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I have a great audience. I'll tell you that. I really can't be... I can't even express my thanks to everybody for pushing me over that thing finally. Hey, GP, how you doing? Congratulations. Thank you so much. All right, everybody get their yummies in. We still have a few minutes, so we'll do the giveaway in a little while. I wanted to just say hi to everybody. Hey, Jimmy Wise, how you doing? And hey, Steelers fan, how you doing? Yummy. Hey, Popeye, how you doing? I'll let you know as soon as it comes available. I'm still in that process with YouTube where they're reviewing everything. Supposedly it takes a couple of weeks, but I'll let you know. And I appreciate you being here, John. Thank you very much. Hey, Mark. Thank you so much, man. Welcome. Thank you, Deal Finder. I appreciate it. Excuse me. Still sick, but we have lots of cough drops. We have tea. We have generic Robitussin. We have water. We'll get through it. We have throat spray. We're not going to let sickness get us down tonight. But thanks, everyone. Once again, it's just kind of a thank you show. You know, a lot of the regular format. We'll do some chatting and stuff. One really quick thing I wanted to mention. This is open to everybody who's on the show. If anybody wants to come on in for a couple of minutes and say hi on the chat live with me, let me know if you're interested. I was going to invite some people if they just wanted to come on. We do have a special guest scheduled for about 7:30. But if you are interested and you have my Instagram, it's Jiminy Flip It. If you don't have my Instagram, just go to Jiminy Flip It and send me an email or send me somewhere you'd like me to send you a link if you'd like to participate in the show. Just come on and say hi. If you're shy, that's cool, no problem. But I just wanted to kind of open it up to anybody who wants to come on in and say hi to the group, maybe talk about your channel or your store for a few minutes. It's, again, it's just a appreciation, deep appreciation from me to all you guys for coming in and being here for these 9 months or so since I've been doing the shows and the videos. So yes, just send me a message over on Instagram, Jiminy Flip It. And I'll send you a link if you're interested in coming in at some point during the show. Question. What's the key to getting 1,000 subscribers? Oh, man, don't I wish I knew my success. Thank you, Cameron. I appreciate it. I don't know. I'll tell you, I spent so much more time on live videos than I ever dreamed I would. I didn't have any intention of doing a live show or anything like that until, I don't know, about a month after I started doing YouTube videos and just did the regular videos. And I just thought it was a cool opportunity to chat. I'll tell you one thing. I don't know if the live things help or hinder your quest for 1,000 or help or hinder your viewing hours. I'll tell you, that's a whole topic unto itself, whether or not live shows help or hinder your channel. But, you know, I've done a bunch of videos, not that many, actually. It's funny. I was looking at that recently, 100 something. which really isn't that many because I've seen people that have like 700-800 videos and are kind of in the same boat as me as far as, subscribers and all. So I definitely aim to do a lot more material, just regular videos, especially now going forward, just, regular content. And of course, I'm going to continue with the chat shows on Mondays, health and holidays aside. And I want to get back into the listing shows for sure on Friday. I really enjoy doing those. So I'm going to keep tweaking and trying. I know John did a great show. If you didn't check out John, Popeye had a phenomenal 6-hour marathon on Thanksgiving. And he was listing postcards using 6-bit, which is a tool I have too. And he was able, to show his full screen using StreamYard. So I'm going to play around with it and see if I could do something like that. So we can presume. I don't know, but it's kind of ties back to around then. I've just had this cold. I actually went to the doctor. It's not the dreaded virus, thank goodness. I have antibiotic and all. It's just remember the good old days when people just got colds? I think I got a cold. I'll be okay. Hope you're doing well. We were around a lot of people, though, Popeye, so who knows? Hey, Sandy, how you doing? Cool. That's always a good thing. Thanks so much, Tracy. If you want to come on, Tracy, and say hi, like I said, send me a message. Anybody who wants to be on, send me a message. It could be at any point during the evening. Just come on for 5 minutes, say hi. If everybody's too shy, that's cool, too. Yeah, I enjoy doing them. Hey, Purple Soca, how you doing? I appreciate it. Thanks very much. I love it too, Nick. I've been using it since October 1st, pretty much right to October 1st. Yeah, there is a lot of functionality in there, that's for sure. I wanted to show you actually, Popeye. There was something when you were, I'll show everybody. There's a really quick way to look up comps on eBay right out of the tool itself. You don't even have to go to eBay, but I'll show you that. Hey, Ken, how you doing? Welcome. I watched a lot. A couple of messages here, so please hold. But again, anybody wants to come on and say hi live with everybody and say hi to the group, just send me a message on Instagram at Jiminy Flip It. I'll send you a link and you can come in and say hi. Very pleasant, very pleasantly, not really surprised, but very happy about the fact that I'm selling some of the cards already from York. It's pretty cool. They're all selling, just like all the other ones. Postcards sell. I'm very impressed overall with the how quickly they sell. Coming from, the print ad thing and other ephemera, I understand why so many people are into postcards and so many people are into selling them because they are highly collected and they sell. They're not all big money makers, obviously, but it's one of those things, which I know Kelly knows and I know Popeye knows, and just about everybody else that does the postcards. It's all about the volume. So if you have a lot of volume, you're going to sell a lot of postcards every day. Continuing to sell them, continuing to be very happy with the progress that I'm making. For anybody new who's coming in, make sure you write yummy in there for a little really cool giveaway that we'll be doing a drawing for. We'll do the live. I have the tool from StreamYard. We could do a giveaway. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, I've listed, I don't know, a couple of hundred of them already. Maybe that's why. It's just a ratio. But John, I don't know if you saw, I did a video yesterday, I think it was. I sold, do you remember we were talking about the not Eckerd, what's the drugstore? Rexall. On one of the cards, it sold. for I don't remember how much it was, but one of those Rexall drug cards, brand new from, it was St. Petersburg, Florida, sold. And I don't know if it was specifically because I put Rexall in the title, but I did. So again, thanks for that heads up. We talked about this together also, but it's true. There's a lot of parallels with the print ad stuff, even as far as something like that. Rexall drugs sell well in the print ad world too. So it only kind of makes sense that there's some crossover into postcards. All right. Yeah, everybody get their yummies in. You got it back already, Jim? Way to go, man. Congratulations. Yeah, it's good stuff. Yeah, get your yummies in, everybody. Hey, Rootin', how you doing? 11 spoonful. Oh, who sings yummy, yummy, yummy? I got love in my tummy. Rootin'. I was going to put sugar, sugar too, but I didn't. Cameron, did you not write that already? You just putting it in once? You only get one chance. It doesn't let you do 25 entries, but thanks so much for entering, everybody. We'll definitely do a giveaway pretty soon. Just checking messages because I got a couple of messages. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I'm not really sure. I don't know if it's, that's a good question, actually. I don't know if it's like cap specific, like if you have to have it exactly the same way, but I mean, I put it with a capital Y and the rest are lower. Band performance, now that would be cool. That would have actually been a great idea. I could have been up on stage and then brought everybody in. We'll do that for 10,000. Oh man, great work. That's fantastic. Delcam for sourcing. How long does it take to get the cards you buy on there, John? Does it take a while to get to you? Fruit gum. Dreamy is cooking. If I win, give it to somebody else. 1.01. Awesome. Yeah. Wow, that's incredible. Yummy Yummy song, 1910 Fruit Gum Company. 7 to 10 days and only 2 of the 5, huh? Have you found that the sellers have been shipping in good condition? Like, do they know what they're doing? The people that are selling on there, they put them in. They protect them well for the overseas travel. I hope so. That's amazing, though. You're making $150 on it. It's awesome. It's great work, Aaron. Yep, that's right. Gee, and when is the next auction, Popeye? When would that be? Well, you're doing really well with it. So again, everybody, thank you so much. Really, I truly mean this. I'm excited. The last show was last Monday, and the 1,000 thing hit during the show, which was great. And all week I've been really excited. There's like a series of things you have to do on YouTube after you get the 1,000 thing. It's pretty cool. You immediately can apply. You have to apply to be part of the partner program, whatever. And there was like 3 tasks you had to do. I did all 3, but the last one is basically them reviewing everything. And there's a little caveat at the bottom. It says it could take up to a month. Whatever. I don't care. That's all gravy at this point. It's done. And I promise you won't hear me talking about subscribers anymore, other than just thanking people if they come on, of course. You were too run down? Oh, yeah? Well, after a 6-hour marathon, what was it? It really was 6 hours, wasn't it? Or 5.5 on Thanksgiving? Let me show if anybody uses, I know John does, I know Kelly does. If anybody else uses 6-bit, if you didn't know about this little trick, I just want to show everybody something really quick. It's nice. It's a nice enhancement. Hopefully the screen will allow me to show this. I'll pull an item up really quick. Let's pull something up that looks cool. All right, I'm going to try to do a screen share here. And I'm going to try to do the whole screen so that I can show everybody this. Nope, CJ, I promise I would never do that. It was just that first 1,000. It's a psychological thing more than anything else. It's certainly not a windfall or anything. It's just kind of cool. It means, you know, you did it. It's like it's a little finish line thing, and that's it. I don't care. I'm good. All right, let me try to do this. Let me try to share this. Hold on. I'm going to try to do the entire screen. You're going to see that crazy kind of trippy effect at first, but I believe once I go on to 6-bit. Okay, you see the trippy screen, everybody? Now do you just see 6-bit? Let me let YouTube catch up. If you guys just see 6-bit, we are good to go, and I'll show you the trick. All right, we see 6-bit. I just pulled up a postcard, right? Antoine's Restaurant. So let's just say you type New Orleans, Antoine's Restaurant. Right? This for anybody who doesn't know. In the top right, you see this little magnifying glass? You see your title? You click on that, and look what pops up. This handy dandy little screen. And if you click on eBay search, again, I want to make sure YouTube catches up. Hold on. Yep, there it is. It gives you results right out of eBay. So you don't even have to leave your screen. You could just see here's some, and then you could do the same thing like you would do normally. You could look for solds, you can tweak it, but it pulls up an eBay screen right out of the gate. Isn't that cool? So it saves you a step. All you got to do when you type your title is click that little spyglass thing. I thought that was really, really cool. I wanted to share with everybody. Isn't that cool, everybody? So if you didn't know about that, use it. It's really helpful. It just saves a step. You can do it right in 6-bit. You don't have to go out and do anything else. You also have a worth point tab in that. Cool. We'll talk about it in a minute. But first, everyone, we interrupt this regularly scheduled show for a very special bulletin. Joining me from the Rocky Mountain area, the one and only legend himself, big part of the success of this channel so far. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the long-awaited return of one Travis Griffin.
Marty,
look at him. He's
congrats, man.
Styling.
Greetings, yeah, from the Rocky Mountain thin air.
Welcome aboard. How you doing?
You did it. You did it all by yourself here, man.
No, I did not do it all by myself. You were 3/4 of the way.
What a slog, though. Man.
What a what?
It seemed like a slog.
It did.
Yeah, but paying people.
No,
money to people in the chat. I don't even know.
I was tempted to
sniping people all year long.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, so everybody, it's actually really exciting to hear. I've been rooting for you for a long time.
Thank you very much.
So yeah, thanks for asking me to join in this celebration here because it's well deserved. And
thank you very much. And again, you were a huge part of it. So it was actually Travis's idea, truth be told, right? You were the one that came up with, hey, if you want to do a chat show, I'll come on with you. That's what I seem to remember. It was
And
totally your idea.
that's probably why it took a little while to get the 1,000. You probably should have just gone a completely different direction.
No, I really enjoyed it. Look at this. Tracy says, "Who's the rock star?" I know. Look at him with the glasses. Sure. Looking all fit and trim. You got to be down. I can't even imagine how much weight you've lost in these last several months.
300 pounds.
300 pounds, ladies and gentlemen.
I had lost a bunch, and then Thanksgiving week just hit.
Well,
so took a break.
That's allowed.
Yeah, everybody's allowed to do that.
Yeah.
I see you got all the old school cats still here.
Yeah,
loyal to a fault.
Absolutely.
And some new blood. I see. You must be paying Popeye. He's still around. Yeah, a lot of cool people. I have caught your lives on occasion.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, and I'm not really doing a lot of. I haven't been focusing on the reselling, so it's kind of bittersweet every time I watch a reselling related video or talk to somebody in the reselling world, because I want to be a part of it. I just don't have the time. So every time I do something like that, I have this like weird, dissonance about wanting to be all in here or all in here, and it just can't have both. So I catch them when I can, but and just for sanity's sake, I had to desubscribe from a number of different sites through, no personal vendetta or anything like that. I just needed to clear up some of that weird psychological weight that feels like when you're scrolling through your videos and there's like 60,000 subscribed things that you are, and you can't find anything you want to watch. Just got to get rid of that. So
yeah,
you are one of the ones, man. You're one I always have on there. I want to see what's going on, even if I catch it for 15, 20 minutes. I want to see CJ snipe people. I want to see John say Canadian things and Tracy pop in with updates on her barn or whatever. So yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm really excited for you because I know how much you worked to get here.
Thank you so much. And again, you were such a huge part of it. You were really you were the spark plug behind the whole idea of doing a chat show. So again, I thank you very much for that. I hope you're doing well. Hope the family's doing well. Did you want to touch on at all about what you're doing now, what your new venture is?
Yeah. So I don't want to bore your audience too much, but
they're not doing anything else.
They know my wife, Rachel, who I saw jumped in the chat and pound that like button. Pound it.
Yes. Please.
Are they still stroking that like button, or do you have to get them kind of lube it up a little bit for them to touch that like button?
No, just pound it. Just pound it.
Just pound it. Okay.
No lube. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you.
So yeah, about in April, she's a physician and she's really trying to battle that post-COVID physician burnout syndrome that many, if not everybody in health, whatever kind of health practitioner you might be, mental, physical, nurse, medical assistant, whatever it is, everybody's dealing with that kind of burnout.
Yeah.
And well, she's decided a while ago that she wanted to try her hand at a med spa, like a concierge med spa, which is a really private boutique type thing. And I think we really got something here. So I have wanting to dedicate a lot more time to the behind the scenes business operations of how to get that going. And one of those things is SEO. And I know we've talked about SEO probably ad nauseum, mostly when I was just on the channel myself with you. But I've learned a lot about how Google Analytics and keywords and stuff work. And I know substantially how eBay is tied into that. Now I do eBay. I haven't listed in forever. We still sell stuff. I still ship stuff. But I'm not actively, I just don't have the time for it. But I have picked up a number of things as to how people find you on the internet. And so that's what I've been doing. We've been trying to get her business going. She's ramping up. It's getting more and more, I'm not going to say lucrative because someday we'll turn a profit, but it ain't this day.
No, I got you.
but it's fun. I can see the joy in her face. I love not only helping her achieve, but also I love this learning of business that I only broadly touched in the eBay world. And so we're about to make some decisions here that's kind of a point of no return for us financially. But that's good. We've been heading for a particular set of goals and we're hitting them. So as we hit them, we take on a bit more risk, and that's what we're doing headed into the new year, bringing in some new equipment and that kind of stuff. We've been pretty active on social media with our channel, and not our channel yet. I can't get her on camera yet. I'm trying to work. We might have to have you come in and she could take a look at your skin and tell you what you need. I can tell it looks great. So you might have to wear like a mask or put some crap all over your face or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And then it's a lot of social networking and stuff too, because med spa is it's unlike eBay where you're trying to hit the entire world as often as possible. We're trying to hit a very local demographic here, age range, gender and all that kind of stuff. And it's been quite a fun trip. And I love the best part of it is just meeting a lot of people and seeing how you might be able to partner with folks and, just talking to people that you normally wouldn't talk to. And that's been a lot of fun. So that's what we've been doing. And building websites, modifying our website, doing social marketing, email marketing, and then just trying to fine tune our website so that SEO, so Google can find us,
right?
And advertising and all these kind of things. And I'll tell you I know that again, I try to want to. This is the last little bit of the story here, just because I think it's fascinating, and it ties in with eBay. Because people sometimes wonder, hey, why are my items not showing up higher on the list or more often in the list? And for an example of what that is like for a business, so one of the things we offer is, say, chemical peels. And I know everybody's like, oh, cool, I love chemical peels. Travis, tell me a lot more about
chemical peels. Yes.
Right. There's a whole episode. Hey, when you want to talk about chemical peels, I now know what a chemical peel is.
There you go.
We won't do it today. Well, that's right. A tease for a future. That's for 2,000 subscribers right there, folks.
All right, there you go.
So when we first started our business, if you typed in chemical peel, Colorado Springs, where we are, we would show up on like page 6 of the Google searches. Nobody in their right mind scrolls 6 pages to find your business to go to a chemical peel. So it's almost worthless. All right. So part of that SEO on our web pages is seeding it, keywords, finding external links to reference your web page with the term, for this example, chemical peel. And now finally, in the last 3 weeks, when someone does a chemical peel search Colorado Springs, we have been consistently showing up on the first page within the 1 to 5 businesses that show up. That helps more people actually click on the chemical peel to go to your website and then maybe book. So it's just getting them to the website, and then you got to remove barriers to get them to actually book and then show up and then pay and all those kind of things. So why I bring that up is SEO for eBay is very, very similar. And I've mentioned it before, but now I truly understand it. People hate those specifics, those item specifics. Right. But I'm telling you, if you have a relevant piece of information that's relevant to your item, and you leave that item specific thing blank, or you just put something in there that's not relevant to it, you're hurting yourself. You're going to be found because you don't know what person is going to search for what. Not all searches in eBay for your eBay postcards or whatever happen through the eBay platform. Right. I would say at least 50 to 50 that's in Google shopping at this point. And if Google doesn't recognize what those are, when you type in restaurant, as part of your your postcard theme or whatever it is. In Google, if someone types, a name of a restaurant, but they didn't select that it was in the restaurant sub theme or whatever, it's not going to show. It's only going to show people that did select the restaurant in the Google side of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why those are keywords. They're just called specific items in the lingo of eBay. So, maybe for a 39-cent, postcard or something, who cares, right? If they find you, you find you. But for the items that you really want to be found for, it really
Mm-hmm.
pays to put all that information in there. Don't make stuff up. If it's not relevant, leave it. Don't put it in there. But I'm telling you that is how Google algorithm works, is it seeks a keyword, and eBay's algorithm has created a keyword to be associated with a specific item. So when you type specific item, that keyword, AKA key phrase, it doesn't have to be just a word, is
Mm-hmm.
what is going to populate in Google when somebody does a search. And when they do a search for that exact keyword in Google, you have a much better way of showing up there versus someone who didn't put that. So that is a long example of what I've been doing for our business.
Mm-hmm.
And it's helped me understand the eBay business a lot more than I ever did. So that's what we've been doing. Sorry about that.
No, that's great information. And it's funny because you went into it without me even asking, but do you see a way to parlay this into your own eBay store now? Are you going to still maintain some presence on eBay, or you think you're just going to let it run out sort of as you grow this
I go
thing?
back and forth on that. Because yes, absolutely. I see how I could be a lot more efficient with my
Mm-hmm.
eBay. We stopped sourcing. Stop. Does any eBay reseller
No.
ever stop sourcing?
Right.
We stopped sourcing for the most part for the better part, like 4 months now. We don't go out and do sourcing. We might happen upon sourcing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And my wife has still got a big backlog of books. She still loves selling books, and they still sell great. Her specialty is, fantasy and sci-fi, 70s, 80s, 90s, lots of same author type books.
Yeah.
So she's still got a big backlog of those to get. I have a backlog of Death Pile, which I finally got off the floor and on actual shelving. So it doesn't look as bad now.
Mm-hmm.
Someday, and I've got a ton of baseball cards and basketball cards that have value, and someday I want to get into that.
Mm-hmm.
But when I look at the money that I could possibly make with eBay, it's theirs, and it's there. It's a lot of work, but it's there. But I see this other thing as like with my wife, I see as an exit strategy for her to get into a happy spot
Mm-hmm.
financially and,
Yep.
job wise, career wise. And I also see that I could head that direction too if I play my card right. So my new goal is making my wife's business as lucrative as possible. And that's where all my time's just got to go. So I leave things up. They renew. I sell a few things a week. It's fine. It's nice little extra income. But I'm not actively doing anything. But if I get to the baseball card world and get rid of some of these other things that I know will sell, I got a lot of art and stuff like that. I know I can do it. It's just a matter of time and where I can afford to put my energy and keep my sanity.
Right. But you would employ all these new strategies that you've learned about into your listings going forward, right? Like, you know what I mean? If you find a space of time, like you said, but no, understood. I think it's phenomenal, man. I think it's great. And the fact that you're teaming up with your wife and you're both involved,
it
together.
keeps me off the streets, Marty.
There you go. Keeps you
out of the drugs, off the hard stuff.
You don't want to go back to that. You know what I mean?
No, I can't go back.
It took you so long to get out.
Man.
Here we go. Rachel just spoke for you. She's like, I don't think we'll ever leave eBay. Yeah, but
no,
Rachel,
because we have 80% of our house is eBay.
Yeah, exactly.
We have a lease on a studio where she does her other work. So yeah, until we move the house, we might have to sell the eBay business with the house someday.
Oh, there you go. That's
when we make our first mill.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. And then we'll do a celebratory. You come on my show when we celebrate your first million.
That'll probably be by, I don't know. Are you looking for 100,000 subscribers? Probably about that same time as when it'll probably correlate.
Okay. The million. Yeah, there'll be the the point in the curve. Very cool. Chemical peel. I'm just trying to read some of this stuff that was chemical peel. Sounds like an episode of Criminal Minds. That's great stuff.
Yeah.
Really. Anybody have any questions for Travis while we have? I know he's only got a limited amount of time tonight, but if anybody has any questions,
you know what? I did finally cancel my worth point, FYI.
Did you really?
However, I think it's still good for like a week. So I might be able to look one more worth point to rule them all or something if somebody needed something.
I actually have a subscription. It's funny because I picked one up when
Did you pick one up?
I did when I started doing the postcard thing in September. I wound up getting one for myself. Yeah,
and it's definitely helpful?
Yeah, it is. It really is. Especially with the postcard thing, but even with other pieces of ephemera, it's definitely worth having. I'm glad I have it, but I appreciate putting out the offer to look something up. I just want to see if I missed any really insightful commentary while we were chatting. That I wanted to throw
all your
up
people
here.
are insightful, Marty.
Well, that's for sure. That is for sure. Yeah, no, Tracy
I
said
got to catch up. You're talking to like 6-bit and all these other terminology. I'm way behind the lingo.
Love 6-bit. It's just a listing tool. It's like a third-party listing tool, which works really well for me anyway. For Kelly uses it, Popeye uses it for postcards. So anything they have in a lot of volume. I
thought it was like maybe you were starting to list on a Commodore 64 or something.
No, it looks the GUI looks like a Commodore. That's one of the knocks on the site. It's a very old-looking interface, but it's a great product and it has a lot of functionality of which I only know a fraction of, but the fraction I know about works really well for me and aids in my listing. Like I'm up to like 4,200 listings now, where I was like mired in like the 2000s for a while until I started getting this postcard thing. So it's definitely increased productivity and all that. It's really cool. I'm a big fan. I'm definitely converted. Kelly helped so much. Do you know Kelly? I don't remember if Kelly was chatting with us when you were on the show.
Is he the surfer dude?
Yes, surfer. Yeah,
I remember him.
Up in Maine. Yeah, he's a big postcard guy. And yeah, he kind of got me onto the 6-bit thing and he was helping me.
I think Kelly was trying to buy out Popeye and you were buying out Kelly or vice versa.
Something like No.
Did you guys create some kind of pyramid scheme or something?
No, not yet.
From each other and hyping up the price. Is that what's going on?
Don't tell everybody. What are you ruining?
That's brilliant, man. That's brilliant. Maybe I do want to get back into this.
We need to look up. You want to do a
Tracy? What do you got?
What do you got, Tracy? Hurry up before it might expire at like 9
It
o'clock.
might expire in 30 seconds.
Sorry, your session has ended. What do you got, Tracy? Yeah, but 6-bit is good stuff. I know most of the people in here that are into the postcard thing probably are familiar with it, and I know a handful of us use it. Just wanted to catch up with something. I don't know if you saw the last few videos, Travis, but the postcard thing has become a borderline obsession with me. And I went to the a big postcard show about a week and a half ago, my first one in a town called York, Pennsylvania. It was really cool. It's like a convention for postcards. It's called the Expo.
Now, were you selling there or you buying?
No, I was buying. I was really learning and buying, just walking around. It was a great experience. Popeye was with me. It was great. We hung out for like 8-9 hours. Met a bunch of people. It was really good. Got a steal on some postcards,
You guys have like a gang sign yet, you and Popeye?
No, not yet. What do you got, Tracy? Come on, hurry up. He's gonna expire.
In there.
Here we go. Boris and Julie Snow Globe. What do we got? Very true, Tracy. Excuse me. Very true, Dawn. Just keep this up for Travis.
I hope my last one that I look up for anybody is a failure, like it's looking like this one's going to be.
Oh, no.
Because that would be on par with many, many of my lookups.
Not really.
I hope you've had better success.
It's hit and miss. There's a lot of postcards out there, so they come up frequently. These are kind of one-off wacky things that a lot of our requests have been on the live shows.
Well, you do have some kind of wacky watchers.
Hey, but they're well informed. They mean well.
They do. Boris. I mean, I see a Boris, Rocky, and Bullwinkle snow globe, but I don't think she's talking about that.
Is that what you're talking about, Tracy? I don't know who Julie is.
Yeah. Tracy's friend.
Oh, Cameron's got Tracy's friend. Jay Smith asking a question for you, Travis.
Yeah. Okay. So in those areas that you have at the bottom where you can add your own stuff. If they haven't been covered in a specific item, in a category that eBay already has, and you type in your own makeshift category and some kind of keyword, again, keyword is just a turn of phrase. It could be like a key phrase. It could
Yep.
be glitter Christmas tree. It could be gold sparkles. It's anything that someone on a Google interface would type in Christmas tree with gold snowflakes. Okay. So gold snowflakes may not be an option you can choose in your specific items in eBay. You might have the color gold. You might be able to add snowflakes in there, but the term gold snowflakes together may not necessarily appear in a Google search when someone types in, I want an artificial tree with gold snowflakes. Gold snowflakes, if you have created that to answer your question, that stands a better chance of you being found on the Google side of things versus in the eBay side of things. I hope that answers your question.
Very
So
interesting.
do the predefined ones, but you can. It's basically you're adding SEO to your page by adding new things. Don't get crazy because, time is money. So if you got an item that's, you got a really nice, rare vintage, say one of those artificial trees that's, 4-foot tree that people buy that made out of tinsel and all those weird things, ugly from the 70s, but people are buying them again. And you got one of those and you can get $150 for it if the right buyer comes along. Well, hell, you want to go find that right buyer. You want to make it easy for the right buyer to find you.
Exactly.
So gold snowflakes or gold tinsel or mid-century modern gold tree. You can seed your page because essentially think of your page as it is a web page. And Google searches and indexes web pages. So when it indexes your web page that has your item on it, it will find that keyword. And if it thinks you're an authoritative figure in that, which eBay is, it's going to add weight to where it shows up in a Google search. So absolutely.
Well, what a fantastic.
Don't go crazy on it. Don't do it for a $4.99 postcard unless you got a whole mess of them and it doesn't take a lot of time to add that variable. But do it on some bigger items, definitely.
That's fantastic advice. Anybody else have any quick questions or lookup requests for Travis? Let me know.
Are you talking about Boris Vallejo, Tracy? Is that how you pronounce his name?
Is it this one?
You get all these pictures of naked people that are all, really well fit. I've seen some of his work for Science.
Yeah, Science. Absolutely. Tracy with an I.
Yes, here it is.
Tracy Parks.
Here it is. I got it.
Do you really?
I do.
All right.
All right, let me share here real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. I can't. All right,
way.
Marty, my subscription did finally run out. Sorry.
Oh.
I'm gonna put it in the chat to you though, and you can display it.
Okay. Oh, that's crazy.
That was it, Tracy. My last ever lookup. I was honored it went to you.
There we go. Thank you. All right, here we go. This was all Travis's effort. I'm just going to project the results here for Tracy. All right, check it out, Tracy.
Thanks, Tracy.
How much you got into it before we show this?
Yeah, that's a nice little pull. We always just revealed all the ice cream first before we made them get the spoon. So I like what you're doing here.
You like that?
Yeah, make it work.
It's a veteran move. Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's 1,000 subscriber move there.
That's the difference right there. You see? Talk to me, Tracy. What do you got into it? About $2? All right, then you're a winner. You ready?
It's gonna be all right.
She'll be all right. What do we got? 40. No,
40.
7 years ago. So take that with a grain of salt, but Looks like we got 40
Yeah,
bucks
it's
on this
Julie
guy.
Bell and Boris Vallejo. I mean, if you look at Boris Vallejo, I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Vallejo because I'm from
Mhm.
California and we have a
Right.
city called Vallejo, but it's not spelled like that. Yeah,
Well,
he's done a lot of Olympic art and he's done a lot of fantasy novel covers and stuff like that. I don't know if it's his partner or his wife that Julie Bell is, but they've done calendars and just all sorts of stuff. So, like some of his older prints and original artwork is just ridiculous. But
mhm.
I think someone would pay way more than 40 bucks for that because it's not like those things are out there anymore.
Yeah, yeah. You put it on auction? Well, that's a good start at 40.
I'd started higher than that because I mean, are there
Yeah.
any out there?
No, that's pretty much it. Well,
Hell,
thank you
I'd
very
want one of
much.
those.
Remove that. Hey, Matt, how you doing? Welcome aboard. No problem. Good to have you. Yeah, get it up. There are none.
Put your own price on it. Name your
Yeah,
price.
seriously.
Yeah, I've sold a calendar. Rachel's right. I sold a calendar for $40. A calendar that had
Wow.
writing in it from
Yeah, yeah.
1986 or something. Put it up
You know,
there. That doesn't come along. That is such a unique niche item from an artist that has a heavy following.
mhm.
Anybody would add that would see that. So I'd name your price.
Good advice. Hopefully, Tracy. I know Tracy. Yeah, aim high. Exactly. Very good. All right. Anybody have anything else for Travis? I really want to thank you so much, man, for coming in tonight and saying hi and telling everybody about your new ventures. I'm very excited for you. And for Rachel, I think it's wonderful as he puts on the cool glasses again for his exit. Beautiful.
Going ludicrous.
It's all about the attitude.
All right, man. Well, thanks again,
Oh,
Marty,
thank
for
you.
having me on. I was happy to be a part of it when I was a part of it.
Yeah,
I'll keep following you and maybe we can hook up some more, but here's to the next 1,000, dude. Good luck.
absolutely, man. Cheers. Thank you so much. Travis Griffin,
Thanks,
everybody.
everyone.
Good night. Thank you so much, man. Take care. Good to see Travis. And, he's been talking with me privately about this new venture. So that's kind of why hasn't been on for a while. He thought he might be on earlier, but he's really diving in. I think it's great. I applaud it. Him and his wife are diving in, head first with this stuff. And as he kind of described to you, time becomes an issue and they have to go full throttle with it. So I wish nothing but the best for both of them. We'll definitely see him back, but it was good to see him come in for tonight. We talked last week. He said, of course, I'll be there with bells on. So great to see him. I'm sorry, I did miss a lot of the conversation. I know a bunch of people were talking about 6-bit. If anybody wants to see anything else or talk about 6-bit again, feel free to bring it up. I'll try to scroll back and catch up a little bit, but there was a lot going on while Travis was talking about the SEO. Really good advice, I think, in general about the SEO. Kelly will be in my boat. John probably in my boat with the stuff. And Travis sort of said it too. When it comes to postcards, most postcards, and they're $5-10 or whatever, I would never spend all that time coming up with crafty SEO necessarily. But I definitely see a benefit if you have a really cool item that commands a good price and something sort of unique, and you really want to stand out. Then go for it. Go for those SEO things. He's been telling me this for months that he's really, really getting involved with the whole SEO thing and becoming a student of it, and how a lot of things just start to click the more you study it. So again, I wish him all the luck in the world. Krylov misses you. See, I would have posted that if I saw that, Dawn. All right, guys, you want to do a giveaway soon? A really cool giveaway. Yeah, seriously, Tracy, just go nuts. Cameron's saying put it up for $1.50. I agree, man. Why not? Just put it up. Because you might find that one person that's been dying to, look for this thing for 20 years, and there it is.
You want to drink out of it?
I don't think it'll show up in the. We're quasi Christmas decorating right now as the show is going on. So everybody recognize this guy. Probably goes for good money on eBay actually, but it's from Christmas Vacation. The moose glass with the punch. Thank you for that, honey. Well done. Well done. Well done. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Mark. Yeah, me too. For like over a week. I hope you feel better, man. Thank you very much for coming in and saying hi. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Hey, Lee. What have you missed? Well, we just had Travis on. Travis, again, huge part of the show for the first 6 months of it. Anyway, co-host of mine, and it was great to have him back. He got involved with a business venture with his wife, and he just didn't have the time to dedicate to doing the weekly shows with me, which I understood completely. So I've been flying solo for several months now, but he always said he would come back on, if I needed him for something, or like something like this to celebrate. So again, I really thank him for coming on. Yeah, feel better, Mark. Tracy, you just getting your yummy in? That is a great mug, Dreamy By. I agree. Got to put the eggnog in there. Yep. All right, let's do a give. Well, we'll do it at 8 o'clock. 7 more minutes. We'll do the giveaway. What did I miss about 6-bit? What was the consensus? Were people interested that haven't tried it before? I'm definitely a convert. Kelly sold me on it. I did the 30-day trial thing in October. And then I wound up going for it 11/1 because I saw, especially what I want to say personally is everybody probably knows I'm not a huge fan of the new listing tool on eBay. So I love the fact that for postcards specifically, which is my new thing, which I'm listing up a storm. Excuse my voice. I'm so sorry, everybody. Having a listing tool like 6-bit it's just much more streamlined listing for me with postcards, like night and day, so much faster than eBay's new listing tool. Now, if we still had the old listing tool, I could probably crank them out really quickly on that because I was so accustomed to doing the print ads in big volume. I think it would have been a pretty easy conversion for me. I would have blew off the specifics, contrary to what Travis just said, but it would have blown off all the specifics like everybody seems to be doing with postcards, and away we went. But ever since that enhancement they did to the new listing tool, I just don't, there's a lot of scrolling involved. It's just a lot of time wasting. And there's no doubt about it that I can list so many more on 6-bit. And it pens them all. You could do I don't know if there's a limit. I think I go to 50 or so, and then I submit the 50. And they all, within 5 minutes, you have 50 new listings on eBay. And then you set up another 50 and you shoot out another 50. So it's nothing. It's not it doesn't really give you any sort of advantage or anything. It's a preference for me as far as the interface. I really like the interface. I like the way it's laid out to put in the things that I want to put in my postcard listings. It works really well. It hasn't let me down. The little thing I showed everybody before Travis came on, that little spyglass thing, if you click on it, the fact that you can integrate other sites like eBay and all within 6-bit pull up, an eBay listing. I love that. It's great. They have some nice editing tools for photos, proprietary to their program if you want to use those, even though eBay's up their game with that as well. So I love it. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, we'll do the drawing at 8 o'clock, everybody. 4 more minutes. So get your entries in. If you haven't, just type yummy. Oh, I'm sorry, Nick. It's only 4 more minutes. And then all I'll ask to the winner is shoot me again a message on, you can either send me an email to jiminyflipit@gmail.com or send me a message on Instagram with your address where we can send out this item for you. It's a great big personalized thank you from me to all you folks for joining the channel and watching the show. Well said, Michael. I agree totally. Another thing he likes about 6-bit is switch between listings for both my main store. Yep, you could schedule listings and auctions. Yes, that's great. That's a great point too. You can auto-generate SKUs. Yep, there's so much functionality within 6-bit. It's definitely a very powerful program, and I don't use it to its full capabilities because I don't need to, is what I think anyway with the postcards. Maybe one day. I'm even thinking about maybe doing print ads with it because you can do anything you want, and I have tons of print ads, so maybe I'll do the same thing with print ads. We'll see. All right, get your yummies in. Hey, Kristen, welcome. Thank you for coming in. Make sure you're right. Yummy, Kristen. Great to see you. Thanks for coming in. Dawn, you can write yummy. I don't think you wrote yummy. I don't care if you're on Pluto. Get in it. Because few have done more for this show than Miss Dawn Wright overall from day one. And my gratitude is never ending. CJ, whole bunch of people. I don't mean to.
What about me?
Well, yeah, then there's my wife. You know, just kidding. You did. Okay, I just want to make sure. All right, we got what? 2 more minutes. Minute and a half. Let's call it a minute and a half. Right at 8 o'clock, we'll do the drawing. I'll pull up a screen. We'll run it. It'll do some graphics and stuff. We'll pick a winner. Whoever wins, just send me an email to jiminyflipit@gmail.com. Or if you're on Instagram, you want to send me a message on Instagram, just give me a name and a mailing address, and we will shoot it out to you tomorrow. Yes, Dawn is awesome. No doubt about it. Oh, did she really? Dawn brought a lot of people to me. Omnipresent Dawn. Everybody knows Dawn. This is true. She's, you know, you take the good with the bad, John. All right. I'm looking at 7:59. When that clock strikes 8, we will swing over to the giveaway tool screen. We'll pick a winner. Jeff, another longtime viewer. Thank you, Jeff. All right. I'm excited to do this giveaway. And then I'll show everybody what you won after. We're not going to do it beforehand because that spoils it. We're going to draw a winner, and then I'm going to tell you what you won. And hopefully it will be visible with the green screen stuff going on. I think it should be good. All right. I am seeing 8 o'clock. Who's seeing 8 o'clock? Well, depending on where you are in the world. It's 8 o'clock on the East Coast of the United States right now. 2,000 hours, as they say in the Navy. Right, John? So without any further ado, let's see how many entries. We got 30 entries. Going to count down to 10. Anybody else want to get an entry in? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, Treasure Maze, you want to get in on the thing? Hurry up. Right yummy. We're about to draw a winner for a little giveaway here. Roll Squirrel, did you put yummy in there? Want to give everybody a shot because I think aye. Treasure Maze just came in. There you go. Roll Squirrel yummy. Treasure Maze, give me a yummy. There you go. All right, everybody's in. Let's do this. 32 entries. Thanks everybody for entering. Let's pull up the tool. Up, Fred and Mike the dog. Welcome. Sneaking in for entry number 33. All right, we're closing the door, everybody. All right, share the screen. Let's do this well. Been using StreamYard for a couple years now. I should be able to do this. Share screen. Everybody sees it's up on the up and up. All right, does everybody see yummy? Does everybody see 33 entries? All right, everybody. Can I get a drum roll from somebody, please? Drum roll. You ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Round and round she goes. Where it stops, nobody knows. Kim. Congratulations, Kim. Winner, Kim Chasgritz, who has, I probably do have her address already because she has purchased several things for me on Whatnot, to which I am eternally grateful. But congratulations, Kim. Thank you to everybody for entering. Good stuff, good stuff. Let me show you what you won. You won't see this anywhere else on planet Earth. It's a one of a kind. You won't find it on WorthPoint. You won't find it on eBay or Amazon. And I guarantee. What we have here for you, Kim, and for anybody who would have won this, is a one-of-a-kind, homemade, home-decorated, just be careful, It's a Jiminy Flip It. Thank you from Jiminy Flip It homemade YouTube cookie, which I baked and my wife decorated. My wife is a cookie decorator. We have a bakery. This is a delicious cookie. It contains no peanuts, no nuts. It's flour, sugar, baking powder, salt. What else? Eggs and vanilla. And icing is just powdered sugar. What's the egg stuff called in the icing? Honey?
Meringue powder.
Meringue powder and powdered sugar.
Meringue powder.
There you go. Congratulations, Kim. I hope you enjoy it. Really cool. A thank you from me.
$100 on eBay.
There you go. So thanks, everybody. Thank you very much. Yeah, it is cool. It's delicious, too. Something special. I wanted to do something special, not give away a book, you know? So enjoy it, Kim. Please do just shoot me a quick email with your mailing address if you don't mind, and I'll get that out to you tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. It is delicious. Thank you very much. It's so good. Yeah, homemade with love. You know what I mean? One of a kind. eBay 1 of 1. C is for cookie. It's good enough for me. Thank you very much, DP. Yeah, thanks. Kudos to my wife, who's been sitting here decorating this as the show has progressed. She just started at 7 o'clock. I had the cookie baked and everything, and so she just did this. This is completely fresh. It's also sealed with a little bow. It will be. We mail cookies all the time, so it will be protected and sent out to you, Kim, tomorrow. You were going to ask about the THC. What is THC? I'm trying to figure it out. Sorry.
That's weed. CBD. THC.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
She sells through, yeah, we mail things all over the country, but I mean, she does, the primary business is fairly local. We have a lot of pickups and deliveries, but she does custom cookies for any occasion. Raylene's Sweets and Treats. Check it out on Facebook. Been in business for like 5-6 years now, and it's so busy we don't sleep much. So especially she doesn't sleep much, but she's the decorator, and I've become the baker in recent months because just a necessity with time. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you very much. No idea. It's one of those gummies or something my wife just said that they sell now. Barbara, I wish you could have entered into the contest. We just gave away a really nice cookie. It's the YouTube thing. Everybody see what it is? How cool is that? She did the little YouTube icon with a thank you in gold. And that's the font that I have on my YouTube channel. I thought that was really cool. Hey, Swanpecker, how you doing? Welcome. I'm sorry you missed out. We just did a giveaway at 8 o'clock. Sorry about that. So hope everybody enjoyed having, I know I certainly did, having Travis back on tonight. It was a great time. He really did provide a lot of insight with the SEO stuff. Yeah, go over to, it's Raylene's. I'm going to put it in. I'm going to put a link in. When do I ever put links in for anything? But yeah, to John's point, yes, she absolutely does.
Dawn did already.
Dawn did already. Of course, Dawn did. Check it out, everybody. If anybody wants to say thank you very much. Yeah, she's incredibly talented. This was nothing. I mean, this was really, no offense, but this is child's play for her. Like, she does artwork on cookies, like face, go check out the page. You'll see. That's the link. Thank you very much, Dawn. Dawn has checked it out before. You're welcome. And thank you, honey, very much for doing that. I want everybody to have a chance to get one of those unique items. Can't believe I'm making it through an hour. I didn't think I'd be able to speak tonight. I was coughing so badly before. But hopefully all of these suppressants I've been sucking down. You've got a little sore throat spray just because. On my last day of antibiotics, I started last Tuesday. So one would think I'd be getting better at this point. Let me get rid of the giveaway tool. Kim, will you shoot me an email, please? With your information? I would appreciate that. I'm tired, everybody. Anybody have any stories of this past week? We haven't been on in over a week now. We're going to now box up the cookie. Again, congratulations, Kim. Cookie is being handed back to the creator for proper storage. Not sure if it's finished. Hey, man, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming in. Hey, Kyle. Thanks for coming on. I'm sorry for a few people. Looks like they just came in now right after we did the giveaway. I'm sorry about that. We waited an hour or so, but I just wanted to make sure I got it in while I could still speak without choking. Definitely going to do a mark your calendars this Friday, right? We have nothing going on. Let me make sure. Friday is what? The 2nd? Friday night, we're going to do a live list, a good old-fashioned live listing show. We're going to do print ads, good old-fashioned Jiminy Flip It style live listing show. We're going to use the new to me, ability to share your whole screen. And this way we won't have to worry about those really small images. I'll just pull up the full scan of the ads and we'll take a look at them together and we'll go back and forth and list. I look forward to doing that. I haven't done that in a while. And then between now and Friday, I'll just list postcards day and night until I get, I don't know, all of them up, which should be over 4,000 at this point now, which is pretty cool. Lee Miller says it's not a postcard story, but he bought a box of junk paper items. 5. That's very cool. So do I, Karen. Thank you. I really do. I miss doing them too. I had a lot of fun with that. Learned so much together with everybody's input. So we'll be back Friday. We're doing some live listing. Oh man, I'm sorry. You'll be whatnotting. Well, good luck with your whatnot. If you want to, Dawn, if you want to throw a link in for Matt's whatnot, please do. Everybody go check him out on Friday. Popeye will be back in business tomorrow, I assume, Popeye, correct? Obviously, you can post Popeyes too. Dawn, if you don't mind. A couple of whatnots. You know what's pretty cool? I got a credit in whatnot because somebody used one of my links. I didn't even know what it was. I was like, I got an email from whatnot. I'm like, what is this? You got a $10 credit. I'm like, oh, thank you. So use that below. You get a free $10 if you're not on whatnot yet. Sold it for $80 over the weekend. Congratulations. That's awesome. Hey, man, how you doing? Just started listing print ads. Awesome. 40s, Harleys. Very good. That's a nice way to start. Yeah, it is. No doubt about it. So far, anyway. I just think that, what is in Popeye's video, he says something. I think they're the number 3 or 4 collectible in the world, most popular collectible in the world. So it makes sense that they would be, the sell-through would be higher on something like that that's highly collected, like stamps and coins and postcards, something like that, top 3. And maybe like, I don't know what else. I don't know if comic books is up there, but anyway, those 3 or 4. It's one of the top 3 or 4 most collected things on planet Earth. So yeah, they definitely have a higher sell-through. Now, for me personally, they sell, as a general rule, they sell for less money for me than print ads do generally. But I don't care. I mean, if I'm selling, multiples every day, I'm thrilled with it, with the postcards. And again, it's just going to get better for me the more I list them. That's why I love 6-bit. It helps me accomplish this. I mean, it's child's play with 6-bit to get 100 a day up. Like easy. Get 100 cards up every day. I don't know how I don't do that. How do you not do that? Found in your hoard. Oh yeah. Will you? Nice. The ones that you procured at the show? Tomorrow, 6 boxes already. Beautiful. Are you doing weight by the pound again? Yeah, man, absolutely. Thank you, Dawn, very much. Which one was this one, Dawn? Is that Matt's or Popeye's? Well, click on the link, everybody, and you'll find out. I got less than one box of dollar cards. Oh, wow. His guy, Dave. Oh, okay. Thank you again, Dawn, for the links. Oh, Kaylin, I'm so sorry. Thank you very much for coming in. We did the drawing at 8 o'clock. But thanks so much for coming in. Okay, thank you, Dawn. Well, I mean, it still depends on what you put in. Are you the type, Cameron, as you list postcards today, do you fill out a ton of specifics, or you kind of just put the title and that's it? Because that'll have a bearing whether you use 6-bit or anything else. I'm in the camp of using very little to no specifics when it comes to postcards. Reluctantly, I did want to mention something else, but I was going to say reluctantly, I've been adding state recently. The last several hundred I've listed have had the state in, but I might pull back from that. The only reason I was adding the state was hoping that when the crossover from eBay to Hip Postcard took place, that it would help place it in the correct category in Hip Postcard. Because if you watch the last several shows, I've had a lot of issues. Well, anyway, officially, I bailed on Hip today. I just canceled it. It would have. I'm not paying another month for that nonsense. They screwed up so many listings, and even more importantly, they didn't respond, which is just not cool. It's been like 2 weeks since the last response, and the problems just got worse and worse. I wound up listing a bunch of postcards from New Mexico, and every one of them went to Mexico, the country Mexico, instead of New Mexico. So that was it. Sayonara. Hopefully they improve at some point. Maybe I'll go back, but not anymore. Nope. Excuse me, Ken. I don't mat them personally, no. I just cut them out. If you haven't seen the video, Ken, I have a whole video series on my channel about exactly what I do with print ads. But no, I don't mat them. Thank you very much. Really? You just stockpiling them? Get them up. I'm curious. Like, are you just purposely stockpiling a bunch, and then one day when you are so inclined, you'll just start releasing them? How do you frame a weird size? A weird size print ad? That's up to the buyer, I guess. I know a lot of like the Michaels of the world and the Joanne Fabrics places, they have framing available in the stores. I think if somebody wanted to get a custom framing, they could go to one of those like chain craft stores. Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, that's fair. But again, it depends on that's basically using almost no specifics. If you were to populate, you could fill out every specific that eBay has if you want. You can also click a button within 6-bit, which Kelly told me about, which I use, where it only prompts you to put in required, and with postcard, there are no required specifics at all. You put posted, error, location, top. Yeah, so it'll probably take you a little longer because you're going to have to tick those. But you can save that. Like, you could save a template and then just go in and change the specifics for each card that you list. I think that might slow you down a little bit. But again, it's rapid fire. You can schedule listings if you want. You know, even if you do like 50 a day or something, and if you're really keen one day and you can bang out like 200 cards, you could schedule it so that you list 50 tomorrow, 50 next day, 50 the next day. I like that. It's a great tool. It's definitely do it for free for 30 days, man. It's well worth it. Play around with it. If you need any help, I'd be happy to help you. It's very simple. Kelly walked me through in a half an hour, and we were away and running. Yeah, Ken, I like to leave it up to the end buyer to decide how they want to display their ad. I don't know what their usage is. A lot of people, from what I've heard, they do frame them, you know, especially the Life magazines and the ones that are even bigger. I've said this 100 times, but it's true. They're like miniature posters, and they look really, really good in a frame. So I let that all, I let them do what they will, the buyer, rather than make the decision for them. Plus, it weighs more and costs more to ship. Yeah, it's so fast. Especially if they're all like similar. Like I have, you probably saw it when I went in. I had like linen postcard or something. If I'm doing a batch of linens, I just have linen postcard of my title pre-filled, and I just keep going in and changing the town and whatever the view is. You could do about 30 an hour on eBay. Well, that's not terrible. Yeah, that's not. Play around with it. You get 30 days to play around with it, and it's fully functional. It's not like you get, a limited, you can only list 100 a month or something. You could knock yourself out for a month. Thank you, Dawn. Yeah, Ken, check that out if you haven't seen it. Maybe, but check it out. Yeah, right. Yeah, frames are everywhere. Exactly. Cool. Yeah, that's exactly what I did for the whole month of October. I tried it out, and I knew, honest to God, I knew after like 3 or 4 days, I'm like, oh man, I'm going to want to keep this. And for me personally, again, it's just because I like that interface very, very much. I like the way that the listing tool is presented to me on 6-bit. I do not like the new listing tool when it comes to postcards for sure, even though we'll muddle through it on Friday with the print ads, but it's just a preferred method. I'm much faster. Just personally, I'm more adapt to the 6-bit interface. I like it, which increases speed. Exactly. Yeah, you can hit first letter, and it pulls it up. Oh, is Nick doing it too? Cool. Oh, I'm sure you're going. Of course, you're very, very busy. How many do you have since July? How many videos have you actually recorded? You wouldn't mess with it. You talk about 6-bit? Yeah, man, definitely. Thank you, Bartomania. Thank you very much. Welcome to the show. I appreciate it. See, there you go. So Popeye fills out a bunch of specifics, and he could still bang out 50 an hour or so, give or take. It's so true. A lot of it depends on the research required. If you have a bunch of photo postcards, maybe it'll take you a lot longer than generic high school views in Boston. 11.99. I think it was in the video I just did. You have a bunch? Nice. Get them up. I'm so sorry for the coughing, everybody. Several syncing issues with eBay with InkFrog. Knock on wood, everything's excellent with 6-bit. No issues whatsoever. I know you have an option to pull everything in, to sync everything with your store. I didn't do that because I didn't have that many postcards listed prior to getting into 6-bit, so I just list them and they post over. It's a very, very quick, neat process. There's a lot. If anybody is so inclined, if you want to spend some time, man, there's a lot to learn in 6-bit. It has amazing functionality. There's tons of videos out there. I've heard that the people are great. I haven't had to deal with anybody yet because I haven't had any problems, which is refreshing. But I've heard their service is excellent too. I totally, highly, highly, highly recommend if you're into postcards and you want to give it a try for 30. You can't beat the 30-day fully functional trial period too. Just see if it's for you. If it's not, you go back to eBay. No harm, no foul. At least you tried it. What got me was the curiosity. I heard a bunch of people talking about using 6-bit. I'm like, what is this thing? And I saw the free thing, and then again, thanks to Kelly, who was writing me and kind of walking me through the basics of the system when I first went in. It was so simple, and I love the layout. I do the same thing. Exactly. You can do a custom duplication. Like the example I showed before was if I'm doing like 50, they're all linens. I'll just have linen postcard, let's say, in the title. And then I'll put my location, C5, whatever, my location, my SKU thing. And then you could do a duplication and I'll do like 50 duplicates and they'll all populate and I just bang them out. One, bang, 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 bang. It's so fast. I've never had one problem with the program crashing on me. I mean, nothing. Never had any issue with anything going over to eBay with something not matching. And again, you have some nice functionality like to look up an eBay listing right from 6-bit, which is really cool. They have a nice little photo editor in there if you need to. Again, with the duplex, it's as long as you follow Popeye's advice, which he has a video all about on how to get the whole postcard in there correctly scanned. There's really nothing to tweak. It looks great right out of the scanner. I just pulled the pictures in from, I have a folder in my pictures folder in Windows, and I just label it C5, C6, whatever, and I dump 150 cards, 100 cards, whatever I'm going to do in each folder. Open up 6-bit, press a photo, add a photo, go to that folder, and pull them all in. It's very, very simple. And again, thanks, man, because I pretty much have been doing it since, I started in September. So I only had, I don't know, how many cards did I have listed in September? Maybe 100 or 200 before I got into the 6-bit thing. And it's just, there's no going back for me. I love it. I hope they stay around. Oh, really? That's all right. We're talking about it's just a listing tool called 6-bit, which I know a few people are using for postcards. And since I'm so into postcards now, I'm like, I got to try this. I love it. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've heard that they're great. I haven't had to use them, but they have a great user. I know they have videos. Excellent product. And John, you've been using it for years, right? Very cool. That's right. You get like gold. Is it, correct me if I'm wrong in the terminology, Michael, but it's like gold or platinum membership. You get the ability to get like one-on-one, support sessions during the trial period, which is really cool. So if you have any issues at all, they'll walk you through them. It's so cool. Just put blue in the, I just sure unsure if I really when in doubt. Sport is great. Cool. $15 or so. Oh, I'm sorry. Probably, but I think that's natural. You just kind of got to dive into it. Just dive in. It's not rocket science. It is really pretty. If you've already done most of the hard work is recording the content. I think that's the hardest part of it. So hopefully you get going. If you need any help, again, anybody wants to write me, Jiminy Flippit, Gmail. What do you use as a photo editor? Kaylin. Hey, Eric, what's going on, man? Rock and roll. Thanks for coming in. Cool, Ralph. Yeah, definitely, man. You can't beat the 30 days free. That's a nice, I think that's incredibly generous of them, quite frankly, right? To give you a fully functional with this platinum support or whatever it's called for 30 days. You really get to try it out, thoroughly. I think they must be very confident, and rightfully so, in their product. Only criticism you could think of is it needs a reasonably powerful. Is that true? I have a pretty powerful PC, so I don't know. Does it slow down older machines? Does it use a lot of resources? That's a good point. That's something definitely to consider, which again is why using a trial is wonderful, because you're not committing and buying something that perhaps you don't have the specs on your machine to handle it. Oh, thank you so much, Jeff. No problem. Thanks so much for coming in, as always. I appreciate it. 5 or 6 year? Oh, yeah, it's Turbo. I know. Everybody loved Turbo Lister. I sound like a salesman? No, man, I like the program a lot. I can tell you the anti-sales, don't go to Hit Postcard. There's the anti-sale. Windows only, no Mac. Oh, is that true too? I didn't know that. 8.5 years. Wow. It definitely does fly. Does anybody want to see? John did a 6-hour. If anybody wants to check out his video from Thanksgiving, he did a 6-hour listing show on what was it? 4.5 of those hours was basically spent inside of 6-bit. So if you want to get a really good look at it, check out John's video from Thanksgiving. Can't do me. Oh, you're back to 6.5? Okay. Get out, really? He's like an engineer from eBay? It's part of the problem. Don't know what editing software to use. We watched several videos and all recommended different programs, and they all sounded far too complicated. Well, do you have a Windows machine, Kaylin, or a MacBook, or a iMac, or a Inside the Mind of Papa? Yes. He welcomed everybody in with the caveat, enter at your own risk. But yeah, we were deeply engrossed in the mind of Popeye. While others were eating their turkey and watching football games, we were watching 6-bit postcards being listed on 6-bit. Kaylin, send me an email, good old-fashioned email, to jiminyflipit@gmail.com. Say hi, and I'd like to spend a little time with you to try to help you out with some of this stuff, because I know a bunch of I do a lot of video editing and audio stuff, recording, because I'm in a band, and I could definitely help you out. And a lot of really good free. In fact, the one I use every day is called DaVinci Resolve, completely free for Mac and Windows. And I'd be happy to help you with it. I want to get your videos up. You were there for 2 of the 6? Yeah, I had them on for a while. I wasn't feeling well, so I didn't go. We were planning to go to my in-laws for dinner as usual, and my wife and my dad went, and I stayed home because I didn't want to take a chance on getting anybody sick, obviously. So I hung out here. It was like perfect timing, and they left at like 1 o'clock, and then Popeye says, "I'm coming on at 2 o'clock." So I'm like, put it on, and what is it called? Lursted. I was watching and listening, and good stuff. All right, Kaylin, send me an email, jiminyflipit@gmail.com. I want to help you out with this. Don't be afraid. Nothing to be afraid of. All right, you're on Windows. Good. Consider uploading them unedited. That's true. I'll use Movie Maker. That's as good as anything else, especially for something so basic as like just a screen share video like this with your head in the corner saying this and that. It's overkill to use some of the other stuff. I'm just accustomed to using DaVinci Resolve for a few years now. I love it. It's totally free. Very, very powerful too. Oh, you're very welcome. No problem at all. It's a pleasure to help you. What is going on back? Does everybody hear the kerfuffle going on behind me? What's going on? Honey? She's got her headphones up.
Let me tell you.
All I hear is crash, bam, boom. Can't you see we're doing a program?
Where's the dog?
Can't you see this is a professional TV show?
No. You short the dog.
Yeah, he's being a maniac tonight, Dawn. He's running up and down, all out of sorts. Does anybody want to check out 6-bit live? You want to look at anything? You want to ask any questions? You want to chime in with suggestions? I'd be happy to show a little bit if anybody's interested. We've got a bunch of postcards to list, so I don't mind at all. Let me know if you're interested. Spend a couple of minutes looking at 6-bit again. Much like Kelly said, excuse me, just dropped something. I set up a bunch of drafts, and then I just plow through them. It's a very, very simple. It looks intimidating, like anything else that's new. If you just see this page with a million, blocks of text and all, it's like, oh my God, what am I looking at? It's such a simple program. Eric uses DaVinci. Beautiful. Cool. Very cool. Yeah, I love Resolve. And I use Cubase for audio, Eric. Yeah, the bloopers are probably part of it. Karen says that would be good. What, the showing off a little bit in 6-bit? If anybody's interested, I'd be happy to. I mean, John's been on this for 8.5/6.5 years, so I'm sure he knows a thing or two. Yeah, all right, no problem. Let me share. Now that we know how to do it, and this is going to be the method going forward for the listing shows. We share the whole screen. You see the crazy thing, and then we zoom in on the program we want to show. You see this first. You're in right now listing York postcards. There you go. That's what I'm doing too. Well, not right this moment. I'm not doing that, but that's what I'm doing. All right, here's 6-bit, everybody. Let me say, let's go out to my main thing. So basically what I do, again, if you've not seen this, it might look like, oh my God, there's so much going on. It's very simple. This is like my main, see it says under construction. These are all of my drafts ready to roll. The number is just a sequential number. So I've listed 1,600 cards already. I guess that's what that means on this one. You see how I have linen postcard. C8 is my SKU. I'm a disciple of the Popeye storage thing where you just get a bunch of shoe boxes, label them A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mine goes to 11. I put dividers in there, so I'll have A1, A2, A3. I fit approximately 50 cards in each slot, and there we go. It's a very simple method for me to keep organized. I've had no problem whatsoever with it. I don't anticipate any problem. If I had 50,000 cards, it would be the exact same process. So anyway, the SKU is just that's the location. So I'm up to C8 right now where I'm listing. All this stuff I pre-populated initially, and I know that I'm going to be listing a bunch of linens, so I lined up 45 or so linens, all in C8. And all you do is double-click on the one you want to work on, and it pulls this window up. And this is your listing window. And did I bring a picture? Yes, I did bring a picture in. See these tabs up here where it says Pictures, Videos, Carousel. Little plus icon is where you pull your pictures up. We'll do that on the next listing, but you hit plus and it opens up your pictures window or wherever you have stored your photos. What I do is I just scan everything through the Epson duplex scanner, goes right into a folder on my computer. Makes it very simple. I label that folder is called C8. So it corresponds with my location and my SKU up here, C8. So anyway, we have these two pictures. If you want to see full blown, you hit carousel, and then you could just zoom in with a scroll button on your mouse and scroll out. There's my title. All this stuff is pre-populated from the first day when I set up my initial listing, and I've just repeated it over and over and over. Like you put in your specs, my weight, all this stuff. And a lot of this stuff comes directly over from your eBay listings. My return policy, managed payments, obviously we have to do. I offer free shipping with the standard envelope, package size. All this stuff comes in from an eBay listing. So it's very simple. It all gets pulled right in. But really all I'm going to deal with, because I'm not doing any specifics. If you want to do any specifics, you click on this tab. You can put region, city. See how this opens up, this window? And you can resize all these windows if you want. You could hide them. You can move them. Region is their word for state. So if I wanted to put Louisiana, I'd put Louisiana in there. New Orleans, subject could be restaurants. That's where you'd fill all this stuff out. But basically, again, everybody has their own methodology when it comes to listing postcards. So we're not going to preach about that or anything. Some people put postcard right away. Some don't. Whatever. I put the town first. So I put New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm just going to put LA. You could do the state fully spelled out or abbreviation. When in postcard, Antoine's Restaurant. Established 1840. Does anybody know what I love? This is obviously a feature of New Orleans architecture. These gilded, what do you call these? Does anybody know, anybody from down there and knows what this is called? There's probably a word for this style that, like, you see this all the time in New Orleans. I've been down a few times for shows. I'd like to know what that's called because I would probably throw that in the listing. My logo is in the way of the title. Oh, I see. Thank you. You mean from StreamYard? Okay, I can pull that down. Is that better? How's that? Yeah, I can hide it. Yeah, like lace work. Exactly, John. I don't know, but it's got to be called something. I'm waiting for YouTube to catch up to my screen. Thank you, Lori. No problem. Thank you. Thank you. All right, there we go. Yeah. Sorry about that. Okay, cool. So anyway, title, right? Just like you would do in eBay. You put whatever title you want to do. But yeah, I was wondering if anybody knows if this, John used the word lace work. Yeah, it's a very distinguishable feature of New Orleans architecture. There's got to be a word for it. There's got to be a word. Now, if you saw earlier in the show, all you do is click on this little spyglass up here, and it pulls up this window. You can see it has eBay catalog, Google search, Amazon search, and eBay search, and it automatically populates your title. You can see there's 76 results, and again, you could tweak just like you would normally do. You look for solds, but you can see just based upon what I put in, which is pretty small amount. It's obviously a pretty common postcard, and I was looking in here to see if maybe somebody indicates that style I'm trying to find out. So a couple of sold, excuse me, a couple of sold on eBay. New Orleans, Louisiana Chrome. There's got to be a name for that style. So pretty cool, just like you would do, except you're not signed into your eBay. It's just a generic eBay pull, which I actually prefer because you're going to get a clean, unbiased, it's not your store where you're looking at stuff and you're going to see results from a fresh eBay screen. So I really like that function a lot. And then you could look at the other listings, not a big expensive card by any stretch. Although this guy's got it up for $16.65. French advertising. Everybody's kind of got the same, just linen postcard, New Orleans. Nobody says anything about the sign. I might put like sign. That's a kind of cool sign up there. Windows, I don't know, street view. D9 everything. How you doing? I'm sorry. Since I'm in this screen, you're going to see me looking this way a lot to read the chat. Wrought iron railing. That's a good word too, Ken. Architectural fretwork. Tracy, no, it's not just good for postcards. You could list anything you want on it. It's just a listing tool. For me personally, I like things that I have like a lot of volume in, like postcards. It's very quick and easy. Again, we're going through a slow process here where I'm looking up things and all, but it's not an expensive card, as everybody probably saw. But I still want to just, for myself, I like to get into the swing of this because I'm still new, and things like that. If that was a print ad for something, I would want to know what that style of wrought iron or whatever you want to call it around the windows is called. It's very much tied to New Orleans architecture. And I don't know what the wording is, but I would, for me personally, if I was listing a print ad with this, I'd probably throw that in. Everybody knows that from watching the print ad shows. We get into some detail. Oh, no problem, Lori. Thank you so much for coming in. When you're listing postcards, using vintage is a waste of characters. Yeah, I don't use vintage anywhere. Did you notice? Yep, I don't write vintage postcard either. It's just a postcard. It's a linen postcard. If postcard people know if it's a linen postcard, it's from a certain window of time. It's understood that it's vintage, right? The whole thing is called a balconette. See, I'm digging that right there, Tracy. Balconette. Also has spell check, just so everybody knows. You see how Antoine's, you should have an apostrophe, but since eBay doesn't use those characters, I just leave it like that. Again, this was the watershed moment when I found that you could look up searches. So I don't even have to go out to a different window. If it was more valuable, if it was an RPPC, I'd go into WorthPoint, I'd go into more detail. These are kind of run-of-the-mill cards that I picked up at York that I just want to get listed and make my $4 or $5 on. that I paid, what was it, 12, 13 cents for. Hey, Tina, how you doing? Welcome aboard. Welcome to the festivities. Sometimes called a gallery. 183 listings for lacework New Orleans. Really? Yeah, for print ads, I do put vintage because there's no way to know that other than the fact that with me personally, Matt, I put the year first. So if I put 1941, yes, it's vintage. But I know that's if you were watching Travis earlier about the cluster of keywords, vintage print ad is absolutely a searched term. It's not a keyword, it's a key phrase, a vintage print ad. So I do that. But for me, postcard, it's silly. I have never put vintage in there personally. So anyway, that's how simple it is, everybody. And then you go in and you do your price, which I'll probably do 5 on. And all this stuff is just pulled in from eBay, my own business policies, all that stuff. I know Popeye was saying, or somebody was saying you could post it unposted, you could put an error in here. Everything you would be able to do within eBay, you can do here. But again, I have my settings set up so that I don't have to put in anything because postcards do not have any required specifics. Put old in the title, look. You're very welcome. I like balconette. And what was the other term that John just used? Lacework. Balconette lacework. Let's throw it in. What the heck? What you do is, because again, I'm not going to spend, you down right here, save and exit. And now that card is ready to roll. And what I'll do is typically I'll go through 40 or 50, I think 50. I go through 50 because that's what fits in each of my little sleeves, C8, C9, C10. There'll all be 50 cards. I'll list 50. So let's pull one in, the next one. Double click on the next item. You hit the little plus button. Which for some reason didn't work right there. Hold on. There it is. Oh, did I just stop sharing? I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me share again. For some reason, the plus, I don't think I hit the plus button right. All right. Let's go back. Sorry about that, everybody. Okay. Hit the plus button. Goes into my postcard category. I like to view it a little larger because I can't see anything anymore. Pull up the next postcard. So we'll just pull this up. I just go in order. Ooh, that's a screwed up scan. Look at that, everybody. What's up with that? Never had a screwed up scan like that. Let's pull this one up. Look at the page twos are all screwed up. The backs are screwed up. I've never had that happen. Let me pull one up that's not screwed up. I like that one. This is very similar to the one I just sold for $12. It's in Tampa. You got Boyd's, you got Woolworth's department store, you got Street Action, which John described to me. It's a good term, action. Got cars, here's a blow up of the photo. See how nice it comes out? Isn't this better? So we could do this with the print ad shows. I had a piece of, oh, you think? That's crazy. Yeah, I need to clean it. I've been scanning up a storm. Everybody see the picture? Nice image there, right? So you have the couple storefronts, Boyd's, Woolworths, I'll definitely mention. You have a hotel up here. It's Franklin Street in Tampa. So, I mean, I'm going to put this up for $12 as well because I just sold the other one in St. Pete. Almost an identical looking card. So right away, I'm just going to put $11.99. And we're going to put, again, I have linen postcard, comes right back up. I'm just going to put Tampa, Florida. Woolworths. Store signs. Street action. I like that term. Street action. Same thing. You see there's a character count up here, so you can use 80 for eBay. Maybe I'll put old cars. I'm going to put Cress. I don't even know what Cress is, but since it's such a... That takes us right to 80. Cress must be another store, another department store or something. So there you go. Kelly, calm down. Do I seem hysterical? I don't think so. Yeah, there you go, Michael. Yeah, let me know when somebody makes one. Popeye? Where's the cleaning the Epson video? If you're just starting out, would you be able to start from 6-bit and migrate the listings back to eBay, or do you need to do both? Guess I'm asking if there's a one-stop solution before I begin. Reread that. If you're just starting out, which I still consider myself sort of doing, it's been like 2 months. Would one be able to start from 6-bit and migrate the listings back to it? Yeah, you push everything out to eBay, which I'll show you in a minute, D9. Crest, says Tina. Yep. It's like a Ben Franklin. So, okay, cool. Thank you. So I did indicate that. There you go. That's my 80 characters in my title. Again, I'm not doing any specifics. To each their own. Got my price in there. It's just, and again, this is slower than if I was doing it myself, but you get both images, by the way, right here. You can tab back and forth, front and back, save and exit. All right, so let's just, let's pretend there were 50 on here. I hit the top one, I hit shift and select the next one. I right click and hit edit. I batch change items. The one thing I had to learn was I have that C8 was not populating in my eBay listing. So I stand corrected. I did reach out to support back in October, and they showed me how to do this. If anybody needs help with this, I'll show you how to do it. But you create this little macro, and it just moves everything. It points everything from the SKU field, which is populated now, to an external item ID, which is this field right here. And long story short, that C8 will go in. Let me show you. You hit OK. Bam. So now C8 will populate in my listings within eBay. So I select these two. They're ready to roll. I hit submit. All this stays the same. Don't touch it. Everything now is good till cancel pretty much on eBay with fixed price. In fact, it is. Hit submit. And you'll see it's going to go through. You see the wheels moving. This should be really quick because it's only 2 cards. There you go. The 4 pictures are processed. Submitting the listings to eBay. There's 1. There's 2. And through the miracle of 6-bit, we have just listed 2 ads. Not 2 ads. 2 postcards. So used to saying ads. 2 postcards on eBay. And then, if we go to the eBay, I just have to get used to using this, everybody. Sorry. Go to my listings. I'll show you how it looks. All right, and there we go. Share again. And there's the 2 listings, everybody. There's that SKU field that I had this. So I did run that little macro, and there you go. I have C8 in there. There's my listings, just like that. If I had 50, if I had 100, it would be the same thing. Somebody sent me a list message. Uh-oh. Can only be bad news, right? So there's my listing. The only thing, you could pay a premium. Kelly, I don't remember what it was. You told me it was an extra $10 or $5, whatever, and you'd get rid of this little 6-bit thing powered by 6-bit. I could care less. I'm not paying extra money for something so simple that nobody reads, as we all know. Nobody reads their eBay listings anyway, so don't worry about it. I leave that there. They put their little watermark on there that says 6-bit. And that's it. There's the listing. I plow through it. I've had no problems whatsoever. I do need to clean my scanner, apparently, because it's gunk will build up on the rollers. You just clean with alcohol wipe too. Cool. Yeah, exactly. I don't mean to oversimplify that aspect of it. Very true. Like, you have to set all this up initially, but once you get that first thing set up, and it really is pretty quick. And Kelly was, great with that, hands-on, and it was very simple. It was really, really simple. But once you have that first one, you're golden, especially with postcards. I may do it with the print ads. We'll see. Maybe I'll do this. I don't know if there's any huge advantage other than, like I said, I can't stand that new listing tool. So we'll see. But between now and Friday, we're definitely doing a listing show. But it remains to be seen whether it's going to be listing on eBay or listing on 6-bit. I'll keep you posted. Oh, does it? You get a message? Yeah, I don't have anything about that. Exactly, Kelly. I totally agree. I'm hearing it doesn't, unfortunately. Thank you very much, Tracy. I appreciate it. And come back on. I want to see you and your mom on the show. So let me know. Let me know when you're ready to roll again. I want to see the big debut of the barn, the shed. Yeah, windows only. Which I would imagine, excuse me. You would think if it becomes popular and so many people speak so highly of it, maybe they'll eventually create a an Apple version. Hope they do. And how you doing, Lori? Sorry, I didn't. When I was doing all the other stuff, I have to keep looking over here on my YouTube feed to say hi. But anyway, hello, Lori. Thank you very much for coming in. I'm sorry you missed the giveaway. I should have waited. I wanted to get it done within what was it, about an hour after we started the show. So thanks again, everybody, for participating in that. And Kim, hope you enjoy the beautiful cookie. So yeah, that's 6-bit. That's a really high-level overview of 6-bit. We can do more, and I'll have to create a similar sort of a template thing for the print ads within 6-bit. Maybe I'll have a separate thing for print ads, a separate thing for postcards, and because I don't like that new listing tool, it might be really, really, might be a really good idea. Now I will do specifics on the print ads. I'm not going to go just right, Coca-Cola print ad hit end. That's not happening. But with postcards, I definitely don't see any need to go any further. Unless it was a higher value card, I might definitely, in fact, I probably would. I put states in and more specifics if it was like a $50 card, but not for these 5, 6, 7, even $12 cards. There you go. There's the specifics. Thank you for that. Let me tell you something, Johnny. Honey, hold that thought. A cookie's coming out the Gigas rack over here.
Yeah.
Give me an elf cookie.
Huh?
Do you have an elf cookie?
No.
You don't have one cookie ready to show off?
No. I have a picture.
You don't have one elf cookie?
No.
Where's the elf cookies?
I ate them all.
I was going to show. People were asking about ordering. I said, do another giveaway. I would love another cookie. Why is my tape over there? Oh, because you use it for boxes.
I'm trying to make room for the Christmas tree.
Is there a plug there? An outlet?
Go back to your people. You're doing a professional show. There are no cookies on the tray. Show a picture.
The Hotshot Baker doesn't have any cookies ready right now. I was going to show you something else. Someone got a cookie, Lori. Not just any cookie. An official YouTube thank you from Jiminy Flip It. One of a kind, one in a million. You'll never find another one on the planet. Baked by me, decorated by my wife. Going out to Kim. A cookie guy. I have a cookie gal. I'm the cookie baker, and my wife is the cookie decorator. Someone got a cookie. You wait.
Just started baking.
No, that a little too brown on the bottom when I'm picking. Oh, absolutely. Please. Popeye has an amazing multi-part series all about postcards. I don't know how many parts is it, John? 25? Something like that. An incredibly long, detailed soup to nuts, as I describe it, or A to Z, however you want to word it. Incredible program, all about postcards, everything you would ever need to know. Yeah, let me say, she just said show a picture. Let me show you a picture of what we do, what she does. Going right. Where's the? I figured Dawn would already have a picture up. Come on.
I'll send you a picture.
No, I got it. I'm gonna show a picture of a what we're making day and night right now. But unfortunately, none are ready to present you.
good one.
I have a really good one. Let me get this picture up, everybody. I'll show you. Santa might be sending out some cookies to certain individuals. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. We'll see. If you're very, very good, boys and girls. All right. Check this out. This is what we're doing day and night. They're called Elf on the Shelf cookies. See that? So you get the plaque. These are all personalized to the kids. The whole Elf on the Shelf phenomenon, which I wasn't familiar with until a couple of years ago. Certainly wasn't a thing when my kids were little. But it's a thing. And we do this a set right here. So they get their own little personalized elf with the kid's name on it, and then a little like note from Santa or a note from your elf to be good. So that's the kind of cookies that she does. I mean, this is one of the million types of cookies she does. And maybe we'll send out a couple of Christmas cookies to some
Eye color and hair color.
to some worthy individuals. But you better watch out. You better not cry. You better list your postcards. I'm telling you why. Nah, please. Thank you very much. And definitely, yeah, Popeye had mentioned SM Postcards. Definitely subscribe to SM Postcards. Mark, too. Yeah, it is, but they're great, and this is like what the third or fourth year I think we've been doing these elf cookies,
Well, I couldn't do it last
and they're probably the most popular that we do all year round right now because it's a huge thing, this elf on the shelf phenomenon, and we get repeat business every single year for these things, and it's really a nice thing. And then we put them in this little box, and the people come and pick them up, and the kids go nuts. And then what's really nice is sometimes the parents will send us pictures of the kid when they get the cookie, and it's really, really cute, really rewarding. So anyway, so she made a YouTube cookie tonight on the fly when we started the show. From 7 till whenever we did the drawing at 8, she was decorating that YouTube cookie. Thank you, CJ. You've all inspired my hubby. For what? For postcards? Thank you. You're the cookie baker in your family. Cool. Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's art. She's a cookie artist, is what they call it. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, very good. You used to do the elf thing? Yeah, when did that come out? I mean, that's a relatively new thing, right? I never even heard about it. I think it was a book or something. But she got into this a few years ago with the cookies, and they really caught on. $10 a set. Excuse me. Absolutely. And I think you said you're a school teacher, right? We do so many cookies for school teachers to bring in to the kids. And we do ship all around the country. But yeah, it really, I mean, it's those are probably the most rewarding. In fact, I know for a fact, for my wife, they're the most rewarding sets she does because they're for kids. I mean, she's even done work for, what's that company?
15.
No, for the sick kids. Cookie Angels or something like that. Anyway, she was doing this, she was picked by, it's kind of a prestigious thing. She was selected to do cookies for for terminally ill kids and stuff. It's like Cookie Angels or something. And she sends out all this stuff. It's beautiful. So that's very rewarding. Oh, thank you, Karen. No problem. Me too. I'm looking forward to it. See you there.
Icing Smiles.
Icing Smiles is what it's called. Yes. For anyone attending Popeye Show tomorrow night,
sugar,
I may
you don't
miss
like
it.
Smiles.
So you'll have one less better. There you go. CPA? Very much, Tina. Yeah, it's very much art. Thank you. But it is. Does anybody know the answer to this? Maybe I'm just CPA. I know what a CPA is in business. but I haven't heard that term. Special education assistant. I get to do all the fun work with the responsibility of IEPs and parent conferences. There you go. All the hard work, right? Oh, there you go. He's just a postcard seller. Thank you, Kelly. I was like, what is CPA? I was trying to postcard. Well, thank you very much, everybody. Oh, Justin's, huh? Speaking of which, Mike, guten Abend. Look what I got off the old eBay. Talk about Prost. This is a real genuine from München, from Munich, an official liter of beer with the dimples. This is how you hold a liter of beer in Germany. That's what these dimples are for your fingers, so you don't drop it or spill it. I can't wait to fill this thing up, but I've been on antibiotics for a week, so I haven't had a chance. But how cool is this, Artie Mike? You know what I'm saying? It's the real deal right there. Got it on the eBay, just $15. Perfect condition. Can't wait to fill it up. Prost. I think it's a 1 liter, Mike. Whatever it is, it's going down. Let me just tell you.
It's a liter, not 2 liters.
Yeah, I think it's a liter. Giant. Yeah, that's because if you're gonna have a glass of beer, you might as well do it the right way. No, they love their beer out there. I love that thing. Yeah. East. All right, everybody. My voice is escaping me at this point. My throat hurts, and I'm on the border of choking. So I want to thank everybody once again for the last 2 hours for coming by to celebrate. Thank you so very much. We'll be on Friday night with the live listing show. Print ad style. Might be out of 6-bit. In fact, there's a very good chance it's going to be out of 6-bit. Yeah, it's on the bottom of the glass, actually, Mike. I'll check. Thank you, D9 Everything. Thank you so much for coming in, too. Is that Bigfoot in your thing? That's kind of hysterical. Like Bigfoot crossing. I love the creativity people use with their little icon things. I'll see everybody on Friday night. A million thanks to all of you once again for getting me over that hump last week. I really appreciate it. Had a great time tonight. I'm very sorry about being under the weather, but again, I really appreciate everybody coming in. Thanks again. A million thanks to Travis for coming on earlier in the show. If you just checked in like the last half hour, go ahead. After the video's over, it takes a few minutes, but then you can rewind if you'd like to watch Travis's comeback tonight. It was great to have him. He was such a huge element in the success of the show early on, especially. And he was really the one that told me, hey, why don't you do a live show? I said, okay, I'll go with you. I'll go on with you. I said, okay. And away we did. So I will see everybody on Friday night. Have a wonderful week. Stay warm, stay safe, and list those postcards. Good night, everybody.